the truth. And that's what we don't do anymore. We supposed to love our own people. That's why we can't succeed, because we don't love each other. How can we build without love? Let's talk about it. How can we build without love? How can we build without trust? And it's real simple. If you keep these laws, there's so much love and trust involved in these laws. We're trying to talk to our people, let them know what it is. Because look at our communities. Look at where we at. Look at where we stay. Look at what we own. Not a damn thing. Right? And all we do every week, we coming out here to let you know who you are. We trying to give you some history. Because they say those who don't know their history are doomed to repeat it. But the issue is a lot of people don't want to hear it. Give me Ezekiel 2:7. We'll read that first.
Book of Ezekiel chapter 2 verse 7. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear.
So first and foremost, we ain't speaking our own words. This ain't our opinion. This is what the Lord says. Thus saith the Lord, according to the scriptures, the holy scriptures of the Most High God. He said, whether you listening or not, we gonna come out here and tell you. Why? Because then you can't tell us you never had a warning. You can't never sit up here and say, well, I can't be held accountable because I didn't know. Nah. Y'all heard us on the block. Y'all heard us on the streets. Y'all chose to keep going. Y'all chose to drive by. We trying to save your souls. Look at everything that's going on. This ain't no game. Look, everything's getting worse. We falling further and further down the rabbit hole. We ain't got no more food. The economy is crashing. But y'all don't care because y'all focus on when the next turn up is. Y'all focus on where the hole's at. When we gonna wake up? Start from the top, read that again.
And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. For they are most rebellious.
So the Most High said he already know us. He know we rebellious. He know we don't listen. One of the biggest things, and it kills me to this day, we sit up here telling you the chosen seed. Most High dealing with you. You a special people. You a king. You a prince. You a princess.
That's right.
That's right.
And y'all talking about well, what about them?
Right.
What about the white man?
Right.
What about the Asian people? God love everybody. What the hell?
Right.
It's so crazy. Y'all want to save everybody, right? But your house is burning.
That's right.
Let me tell you how stupid that sounds. Your house is on fire. And your neighbor's house is on fire, right? No, I wouldn't even say your neighbor's house is on fire. Your neighbor's house is in danger of becoming on fire. But your house is already blowing up in smoke. And you're like, oh damn, let me go over here and help prevent my neighbor. I don't want their house to catch fire. Put your damn fire out first. Look at our communities and y'all worried about everybody else. That's crazy. And what's even crazier is when we coming out here telling you, this is why we in the conditions that we in. Give me Deuteronomy 28:15. The Lord said we're going to be in these conditions if we don't get it right.
That's right.
That's right.
Stop sinning. Stop hoeing. Stop sleeping around. Stop smoking. Otherwise, we're going to stay in these conditions that we in. Well, that's just what you believe. That's your own opinion. But I think, I believe in my heart, what makes sense to me. This is everything that's going on. This is all of the rebuttals. This is all the arguments. This is all the responses that we get when we coming out here just to tell you to get your mind right. Read verse 15.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Well, no, but that's just what you think. That's what you think it is. Give me Sirach 3. Cause that's your belief. That's your opinion. But in my opinion, the way that I feel, what I'm thinking, this is what we always end up with. I feel like God wouldn't do that. I think that God would be like this. Well, that's what you believe. That's your interpretation, right? But we're like, no, the scripture said what they say. But y'all the ones that want to sit up here and go off what you believe. Give me Sirach 3 and 24.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 3, verse 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion.
Read that again.
For many are deceived by their own vain opinions.
So the Most High said, that's your damn problem. You got too many opinions and not enough facts. That's the problem.
Right.
Y'all want to talk about what I believe. Y'all want to talk about what I believe. Well, you know where the hell I believe got us? I believe that even though there is a rod between my legs, I feel like a woman. I believe
That's right.
that I was born with these issues. I was born to be gay. I believe I was born to be gay. That's where I believe got us. Because it just doesn't make any sense. I believe I'm a woman. Bro, your voice is deeper than mine. Bro, you 6'6" with big mitts. Well, that's just what you think. I believe I'm a woman. I don't know what you're talking about. That's madness. The problem is too much I believe. It's not enough. Let's stick to the facts.
Bring it out.
Let's talk about what the Most High really said. And you want to know why we in these conditions? You want to know why the block look like this? You want to know why we killing each other? You want to know why we don't own anything?
That's right.
Because we decided to stray away from the Most High.
That's
Give
right.
me Deuteronomy 28 and 1. It's real simple. It's easy. It's easy. That's what's so crazy. It ain't that deep. Well, I believe that God is in my heart. I believe He put me on this journey to do X, Y, and Z. Well, that journey done got you doing like hundreds of sins. But He put you on that journey, right? For real? God set me up here so I can show these women what real sex feel like. Nigga, that gotta be the dumbest thing I'd ever heard. But I done heard people say stupid stuff like that. That's your purpose in life, right? Just to sleep around and have self-satisfaction. God put you on earth to do that dumb stuff, right?
That's right.
Because I believe that He did it. Vain opinions. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
Verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all His commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Read, give me Joshua 1 and 8. So the Most High said, all you got to do is keep my laws.
That's right.
And you're going to be successful.
That's right.
You look around right now as a body, as a people, as a nation. We are not successful. You think because you got a few rappers? Because you got a few athletes? You got a few millionaires? There's people that's paying them. How much you think they got? On top of that, yeah, you got this money. You got these thousands, you got these millions. But guess whose face is on that dollar? You don't run the economy. We're economically dependent on our oppressors. Let's talk about the facts. Give me Joshua 1 and 8.
Bring it out, Verse 8. This book,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein and day and night, and thou shalt may observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
So the Most High said, if you keep my laws, I promise you, you're going to be successful.
That's right.
I promise you. Look at, and what's so cold is, the laws ain't nothing crazy. The Lord gave you dietary laws to abide by. Why? For your health.
Talk to him.
How many of our people suffer from obesity?
Tell them.
How many of our people suffer from high cholesterol, high blood pressure? How many of our people struggle with processing information, comprehension? How many of our people are being gunned down by police? The Most High got something for that too. He said, when you have people governing over you, it better be of your people.
That's
Why do you
right.
think he did that? It wasn't for fun. It's because when you got people that's for the people that's on the block, people that's in the trenches, they can relate to you.
That's right.
You got these white folks coming down from Colorado, New Mexico, the boondocks in California. They don't even know what it's like to be out here. And they scared, excuse my language, they scared shitless of our people. And they come in the hoods because they're like, you know what? I know it's a high crime area. I know I'm gonna get some action. I know I'm gonna get a body count.
Damn shame.
They don't give a damn about us. That's why the scriptures say you put your own people over you. Because a person that grew up in the hood know when it's a serious threat.
Right.
You can have some dude who swept it down the hard. I knew one of my old friends who was a cop said these exact words. He said, look, I'd have been there with white folks that came into the communities. They don't know how to deal with these high stress situations when niggas is acting up. So all they do is pull out the gun and shoot. He said, I'd have been in many brothers' faces and they'd have gone wild. He said, look, if you don't chill out, I'm gonna beat your ass. You know what? All right, I was just playing, officer, my bad. Real quick, he switched up. Because we know how to deal with our own. That's why the Lord said, use your own to govern your own.
Bring it on. That's right.
You got that? Read that.
This is the Book of Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose.
Read.
One from among thy brethren.
Say that again.
One from among thy brethren.
From your own people. From your own brothers. That's who you deal with. Because our people are, so we supposed to love our own. That's the truth. And that's what we don't do anymore. We supposed to love our own people. That's why we can't succeed, because we don't love each other. How can we build without love? Let's talk about it. How can we build without love? How can we build without trust? And it's real simple. If you keep these laws, there's so much love and trust involved in these laws. That is ridiculous. These brothers up here know what true love is. They know what love your brother as yourself is. Give me Leviticus 19 and 17. Our people struggle with that. That's what this is for. We need that organization. We need that discipline. We need that true love. Love is me putting you in your place when you're out of pocket. Getting you back on the right track. Getting you back in line. If need be, dress him up real nice. It's all out of love. But you need to get put back in your place. Read Leviticus 19 and 17 for me.
Verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Read.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
So the Most High said, look, if you really love your brother, you're going to check them when they doing wrong. If they eat some stuff that's bad for their health, out of love, I'm going to tell you, man, put that garbage down. That's shortening your lifespan. Put that garbage down. That's why you can't think clearly. That's called love. You know what's so cold? These brothers up here is the true definition of restoring the community.
That's right.
We really trying to get you on the right track. It's crazy because the original meaning for what it meant to be a Crip was community restoration in progress. If you want to be real, based off of what that acronym really stood for, we the real Crips. We the ones that's really putting the community restoration, restoring the community. This is community restoration in progress. Getting on our people, telling them to get it together. Getting on our people, telling them that they're the chosen seed. Getting on our people and telling them that the Most High expects so much more from you. We got such low, we got such low expectations for one another. Think about it. When you in school, Oh shit, you know, I gotta see, I passed, I'm cool. Why you so you so complacent doing bare minimum? You are great and amazing people, but you so complacent with doing the bare minimum. That's what we struggling with. We have low expectations. Why? Because that's what we grew up in. That's what the TV showed us. That's what the music is telling us. It's so unfortunate, but this is really what's going on. And it's time for us to open your eyes. You not just a nigga. You a prince. You a king. You a god. You chosen. I don't give a damn what the music is telling you. I don't care what the media is showing and portraying. You are a god. You can literally do anything you want. But we suffer from mediocrity. We want to be mediocre. Why? Because it's easy. And we was taught to be a lazy nigga.
Right.
Let's talk about it. We was taught to aim low. And it's unfortunate because it's so crazy. I've seen so many so-called blacks and so-called Latinos, when they put their mind to stuff, not only do they succeed, they excel all expectations. They trailblaze. They now have created a new standard, a new bar. And why are they? It's because they applied themselves.
That's right.
When we apply ourselves, there's literally nothing that we can't conquer.
Let them know,
There's literally nothing that we can't do.
Uplift young people, baby.
But we have to. Listen to me. We have to start building with one another.
That's
we
right.
have to start lifting each other up. I've never met it's so crazy. Because we're probably the only people that literally will sit up here and bash each other for doing right. Damn, what you mean you don't eat pork? Then you old white talking ass boy. What? You mad at me because I'm speaking educated? Now I'm talking white? Who the hell, you did your homework? Oh, this old nerd ass. Are you serious right now? Because I want to do better and be better. I'm now being talked about. And that's how we continue to perpetuate these cursed cycles, these cursed conditions. That's the issue. But we ain't allowing that up here. It's time for us to start aiming high.
Right.
Our people can literally do anything.
That's right.
So it's time to start aiming high.
Right.
Stop being mediocre. Stop being complacent with mediocrity. Read that again. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6. Read that bad boy from the top. Deuteronomy, yeah, 7:6.
It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. And it reads, "For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth."
And it's so cold. That's all we telling you. You the chosen seed. You the chosen people. But, and this is what really gets a lot of people. I'm going to be real with you. When we talking about this truth, when we talking about being an Israelite, what really gets people is the amount of discipline that it takes. I mean, what y'all saying is real. I agree, but I just ain't ready for all that. Sisters, you ain't ready to stop being a hoe? Sisters, you ain't ready to stop being over-sexualized? Brothers, you ain't ready to stop hating on one another? Brothers, you ain't ready to start building with one another? Brothers, you ain't tired of sitting around, sleeping around with all these women and not being a real man and taking care of your women, taking care of your kids, protecting your brothers, protecting your sisters. It's that hard. The one thing, and I don't care what nobody say, the one thing that I will give, even though that religion ain't real, the organization of it and the way that it's established, I cannot take away. The way that the Nation of Islam deals with their brothers, holding each other accountable, uplifting one another. You can't do nothing but respect organization like that. That's what's going on up here as well. The issue with them is, though, is that they're following an Arab man's religion. They're following a false a false belief, a false deity. And that's where we have a disconnect. Because there's a lot of things that the Nation of Islam believe that agree with us. They will sit up here and tell you that they agree with us. But they so far gone into another race's, another nation's belief. And they just holding on to their tradition. But I cannot take away from the fact that they uplift one another. They uplift the people. They hold each other accountable. And that's really what keeps people from doing these things. People don't want to be held accountable. People don't want to be corrected. We've been taught in society today, hey, if that's what they want to do, let them do it. It ain't no harm in it. It ain't nothing wrong with it. Look, if you eat certain foods, it's a lot wrong with it because that's what's killing you slowly. If you're going around disrespecting and over-sexualizing your women, that's a problem. Because our sisters ain't no hoes. Our sisters shouldn't be on no poles. Our sisters are princesses. Our sisters are royalty. And the issue is, you got the media showing that they ain't nothing but some hoes. Bust it open for a real nigga. That's what the music is telling them. That's what the media is telling them. It's so crazy. Scriptures tell you, give me that Deuteronomy. Don't prostitute your daughter to cause her to be a hoe. What's that, Isaiah? 27? Give me Deuteronomy 27. Deuteronomy. I'm sorry, give me Leviticus 19 to 29. All right, brother. Leviticus 19 and verse 29. Because this is something that's heavy in our communities. Read this.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to the whoredom and the land become full of wickedness.
And lest the land become full of wickedness. Look at this. Being a hoe don't mean you just don't feed. And it don't just mean you walking up and down fed. Them fan only play pages is for hoes too.
Bring it out.
Let's talk about it. If you are doing sexual pleasures for money, you are a hoe.
Right.
Those OnlyFans pages, sisters, you are a hoe. All of them sisters out there exposing themselves on the pole being strippers, that is a hoe. That's the problem. And the thing is, we've glorified that. Girl, show off what you got. You bad. What? If you loved yourself, I'll give you a perfect example. Something as simple as a cell phone. You value your cell phone, right? So you're going to keep it from being exposed. You're going to put a case on it. You're going to cover it up because you don't want it to become damaged. Because you value it. What's so crazy is most people value their items more than they value themselves.
Bring it out! That's right!
You won't cover up yourself. That means you don't have value for yourself.
Bring it out.
But it is what it is. You not a model, you a hoe. If all you can do is sit there and take half-naked pictures, you should be ashamed of yourself.
That's right.
Let's talk about it. And yeah, you getting attention, but I guarantee it ain't the attention you want. Because brothers ain't gonna keep you. Because the whole block done seen you.
Everybody.
That's real. You for the streets. You for everybody.
Bring it out.
A real woman, a woman that a man's gonna keep, she's modest.
Right.
She got more to offer than some ass. Let's talk about it.
Right.
We live in a world right now. We live in a society right now where our women are being over-sexualized. And what's so crazy is when you tell them, sister, why you out here in booty shorts? Sister, why you out here almost naked? First of all, I'm a grown-ass woman. You can't tell me nothing, okay? I'm trying to help you. You getting the wrong type of attention. That's not cute.
Bring it out.
That's not okay. That's not all right. And you want to know why STDs is running rampant? You want to know why you can't keep a man? Again, they don't respect that. You getting the attention that you don't want. You think because you're like, damn, she bad. Damn, look at all of that. Damn, look at the ass on that. You think because they said all of that, they're gonna keep you? Once they get it off one time, they get their rocks off. They're gonna look over at you and be like, well, you didn't call you Uber?
I gotta go get
You need a ride? I'm finna go. I gotta go do what you gonna call me? I mean, I ain't you up, but you ain't got my number. I'll figure it out.
What you about to do?
Let's talk. What you? Yeah. So what you about to do? I'm about to get ready to. You gotta go.
What you about to do?
Wrong. And then sisters get so upset. This is why. Where are the real men that want to tie a woman down? Look, there's a lot of real men out there, but you done show yourself to everybody. All of a sudden you want to settle down when you got all these miles on you.
Right.
You got more miles on you than the 2001 Civic, and now you want to settle down. Let's talk about it.
Tell him, man.
We got to talk about it. But the issue is why people don't want to come into this truth. The issue is why people don't want to get right, because it takes too much accountability. It takes too much discipline. It's hard to say no when some random sister. That's crazy. Look how many sirens we done heard today. That's what's going on the block. That's what's going on in our communities. This is probably like the 5th or 6th in the past hour and a half. Like the 5th or 6th ambulance, not including the fire trucks. 7. And this goes through our communities all the time. But the issue is, it's so difficult to be disciplined. Let's talk about it. It's so hard to say no. It's so hard to be disciplined. Okay. It's so hard to be disciplined when it comes to your diet. It's so hard to be disciplined when it comes to your desires. Man, you know what? Yeah, man. I know what y'all saying is real, but I done literally heard this. And that boy, a brother I grew up with, he's no longer here. I literally heard these words from him. Man, I believe what you saying, dog. That mess is real, but hey, for real, bro, I can't do it because I love bitches. I said, so your salvation, your success, you rather throw that all away because you can't contain yourself. You can't contain your lust. You ain't got that discipline. Another thing, which is so cold, look at our communities, and you see so many of us that are struggling is because we don't have discipline. If you watch any successful individual, whether it's a financial, someone that's a financial advisor, someone that's a, what do you call them? The public speakers, a professional athlete, all of them tell you, you gotta have discipline if you want to succeed. You know what we missing in our communities? This thing called discipline. We lack discipline. And that's what we trying to instill in our people. These brothers up here is trying to instill discipline in our people, trying to instill love in our people, trying to instill upliftment in our people, so we can get back to our former greatness.
Right.
And the Most High already said, give me Deuteronomy 30:1. Or 2 Chronicles 7:14, I believe it is. Most High already said, dude, if you get back to what I told you, if you get back to these laws.
Don't discipline me because I'm not your people. You consult with me on issues, we try to confirm the issue, but don't try to discipline me because you didn't bring me here.
Well, who said they was trying to discipline you, sis?
That's what I'm saying. Don't discipline the people. You consult with the people.
Bring it out, Rob. We
You know what I'm
correct the
saying?
people.
Yeah, but you don't discipline nobody because we're not your type.
But we correct.
Okay, now I understand that one. I understand that one. But if you know where I'm coming from, you wouldn't have quoted me on here.
Corinthians, I think.
It is what it is. The sister's already convinced in her own mind. Bottom line is, our job is to come out and correct the people. To correct the people. That's what you're doing, sis?
What is that? 1 Corinthians
That's what
7
you're doing, sis?
A spiritual man judges all things. Yeah, that's why.
What you got? Read that.
It's the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16. All scripture is given by the inspiration of Yahweh and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness.
So that's what the scriptures is for. It's to help teach you. That's what doctrine is. It's a teaching. It said it's to correct you. It's for reproof. Another word for correction. That's what we out here to do. Because without correction, you're going to continue to be led astray. And a lot of people, especially adults, be like, I ain't no kid, you can't correct me. Well, that's the damn problem with our community. We feel like we can't be corrected. There's so much pride. We correct you out of love. That's real. If you're giving out false information, or you about to get beat up because you pop it off in the mouth, I'm going to come over to you and be like, hey, bro, I'm going to need you to calm down. Because they was about to whoop your ass. All right, all right. If I didn't love you, I would just stand back with the camera like, oh, he done started some stuff. Watch this. Watch this. World star. Right? But out of love, we correct you. Give me that 2 Chronicles 7.
This is the book of 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face.
So he said, if you humble yourself, if you pray to the Most High, if you seek his face, right? Humbling yourself means, hey, you know what, everything that I was taught, I probably wasn't right. You know what, you're making a little bit of sense. That don't seem like it will make sense why I shouldn't do this or why I shouldn't do that. He said, if you check yourself, all you got to do is check yourself and seek me, read.
And turn from their wicked ways.
And turn from all of the shenanigans that you're doing. Sisters, stop being out here trying to sleep around. Stop being so vindictive. Brothers, stop dogging our women out. Stop killing each other. There go another one. That's like number 8. It's only been like 2 hours. But the Most High said, brothers, stop dogging each other out. Start uplifting one another. If y'all start doing these things, if y'all start keeping these laws, read.
Then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land.
So he said, then I'm going to heal your land. Then you're going to go home. Then you're going to be back on top. The kings that you're supposed to be. The princes that you're supposed to be. The princesses that you're supposed to be. The royalty ruling the earth. So that's all we got to do, and that's all we coming out here to tell you. Check yourself. Let's get it right. Let's uplift one another, and let's come up out this hell. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.